And we are back from break. This is part 2. If you want to go back and watch part 1, that'd be awesome. If you're the kind of person who reads the last page of a book first, you could start right here and this will be fine. You should like and subscribe us though, because otherwise how will you know when we release another part 1 that you can skip for a part 2? You won't. And we are continuing our journey to Vallaki. Pacing you on and off from very far away is what seems to be a wolf. A single wolf. It's very far away. To your eyes, it seems like a normal wolf size, not an extra big one, or a wolf in some strange way. She's pretty normal.
Oh no, Gummer will, I don't know that we have 10 minutes for it, but Gummer will try to ritual cast Speak with Animals.
I don't know that you do have 10 minutes for it.
Okay, then he just casts it.
Okay. So you cast the spell. They're probably 100 or 150 feet up the hill.
What do you want?
We watch.
Who do you watch for?
Pack leader.
Just watching? I think they're
Just watching.
They are just watching. Perhaps we can let them go on their own way.
Nearby, big water.
Nearby may not mean the same thing to you as it does to us. We think lakes are nearby, but we travel very far, very fast. His ears perk up and he says, "We will go now." Backs away. And then as he turns to run away, the rest turn to run away and they're gone. Go ahead and make a perception check, Dummer, while you're looking. Make a perception check for me.
9.
So you do not notice, on a different part of the same cliff, 2 other wolves that are very, very large. And they seem to look at you in a decidedly smarter than a wolf type way. They too, though, will melt away, but they too were just watching.
We must keep a wary eye out, but we should continue on our way.
You've been walking for a couple of hours, and you start to hear the distant roar of a waterfall. You heard the Vistani talk about Sare Falls, which eventually ends up in Sare Pool. That roar does get louder and louder, and eventually you see the falls there. Massive, beautiful. The fall seems to be about almost 100 feet. There is a path forward, a bridge which crosses, and the bridge almost sort of goes into the midst of the waterfall. And that's the way forward, but standing in the center of that bridge, about 100 feet away, is what appears to be a knight. The knight is head to toe with plate armor, including helmet. He's very formally holding a great sword, and he's holding it sort of point down with its point pushed into that stone bridge. It looks very still.
Is there any, heraldry or anything?
You can't tell.
I will approach him. If there is danger, it is best that it occur to me first.
Stam, as you take your first step onto the bridge, it turns its head toward you.
"Hail! What is thy business on this bridge?"
Well met, Sir Knight. I seek to cross. I am escorting a companion to her safety.
Old things are stirring, and the Lord of Castle Ravenloft roams the valley. Tell me, do you serve the Count Strahd?
I serve the Morning Lord.
That is much better. Please, approach. We may get a more illuminating look at one another.
Sam will walk forward.
As Sam walks forward, you guys all would have heard this conversation. What's everyone else doing?
Gummer's, I think, hanging out at the edge of the bridge, letting Sam handle it.
Oksana is standing right next to Cormac, taking arm, just wanted to make sure I am safe. Damsel in distress.
Sam, as you get nearer, you can see that the mask that you thought was part of his helmet covering it is actually the face. It is not the face of one who lives. It is the face of one who is undead. Not rotting away like a zombie, but it's almost like a mask that is cracked and unmoving. A death mask with almost no expression. As you approach, he'll actually take the sword and put it behind him to put it away. And he will say to you,
You do not serve the devil. Your weapons paint you as warriors. Do you oppose Strahd actively, then?
We have been in conflict with his forces. We do not seek to serve him nor be subjugated by him. By nature, that brings us into opposition. His darkness must be banished.
I and my order agree wholeheartedly. It is complicated. I would advise you, if you wish help in this fight against Strahd, you can travel west. There you will find a Sir Godfrey Gwillem awaiting you. He awaits swords who would raise themselves against the darkness that lurks in the castle's depths.
Who does he serve?
Sir Godfrey serves the Silver Dragon, as we all once did.
I do not know of a silver dragon. Perhaps you would be so kind as to illuminate me.
The Silver Dragon was once a great herald of the sun. This land was not always such afflicted. It was once a beautiful place with sunshine and flowers. It was once a place worth protecting. Silver Dragon was a symbol. However, the Silver Dragon forsook us and disappeared. When that happened, we began to fight amongst ourselves. And once that happened, we were lost. We are not allowed to die. So we do our best to serve eternity with honor.
I have never met one such as you. Your order must be unique among all lands.
We are unique. Unfortunately, the fragment of which I spoke has not healed. Sir Godfrey was wise enough not to swear his oath to Sir Vladimir Horngod. All the knights, save Sir Godfrey, swore our oaths to him. We are now condemned to serve at his will and whim forever.
You are not master of yourself, then?
I am not.
Sam sort of waves the party forward.
Is it clear that this guy is undead?
not until you walk closer. Once you get, within 50, 40, 30 feet, that's pretty clear.
He never gave his name, right?
He's not giving his name.
I think that Oksana would recognize that he was undead and kind of looking at Sam, waiting for, what is he waiting for? Undead. Like,
So we haven't seen him, but we have heard the details of their conversation. Or not.
Well, I think you would have heard them calling out at the beginning, "Hail, hail." Now that they're together, though, they're standing next to a roaring waterfall. You can see that Sam's body language does not seem... You know him well enough to know, even as Sam, there is a tension before Sam strikes. You would have seen the knight sheathe his sword, so all body language seems to convey that there is not an expected conflict.
Oddly enough, I guess. Gummer would say, nice face. What's your name?
The long pause.
I am a knight of the Order of the Silver Dragon. I have long forgotten my name.
It is possible this order could be an ally in our conflict. I am trying to learn more.
I am just going to say quickly, Sam, we wanted to learn more when undead person was near us, and look how that turned out.
Hey, you lectured him, and he's learned from it. Let's not rub his face in it.
Okay, Gomer.
Can we give you a name? I don't want to call you Nameless Knight for this entire conversation.
If it would give you comfort, you certainly may give me a name.
How about Burley? He's big,
Right.
strong.
I shall answer to that while we are in conversation.
Thanks, Burley. So how can you help?
I, myself, cannot help. I am oath-bound, as I said, and one of the tenets of my oath is that we cannot raise our hand against Strahd von Zarovich. I have told your companion that there is one among my order who is not so oath-bound, Sir Godfrey Gwillem. He resides in Argynvosholt, to the west. I cannot help you. Sir Godfrey might be able to help.
But you won't stop us.
On the contrary, I will do so from exactly this spot. But I will hope for your victory. These lands would be cleansed, and even should it not affect my current predicament, it would be nice to guard a bridge under sunlight again.
You remember your name, too. Not that Burley's a bad name. Cormac, you know a lot of things. Any questions you'd like to ask?
First, actually, question out of characters. Would I, either a roll or simply by being proficient in religion, recognize the Silver Dragon reference?
You can make a religion check.
11.
11. So that's kind of like the Order of Bahamut. Whether the Silver Dragon is just their name for Bahamut is you wouldn't know. Generally, the orders of dragons are very, very honorable, if not particularly flexible.
I don't know what other beings might be in this place, of course, but you've seen already that some, well, the Morning Lord Sam and others have a presence here. You, Sir Knight, Sir Bahamut? Is that a name that sounds correct to you?
I do not know that name. If we had a name for the Silver Dragon, it has been lost.
A lot of names lost around here, but well, if I'm correct, and I'm sort of turning to everybody else, like, if it is a manifestation or a version or something of Bahamut, that is good tidings. He's a very awfully good and honorable deity.
I am confused by your nature. The Morning Lord stands in opposition to the undead.
I am, as you say, undead. I do not breathe, nor sleep, nor eat. I have seen other undead in this land. I assure you that my mind is my own. And if you need proof that I am master of my own faculties, I have been standing on this bridge for 3,000 years, and I have not left. Not once.
That is a long watch.
It is. Particularly when one does not sleep nor rest.
What have you been standing in post for? To guard this bridge? To await the coming of a someone?
I guard this bridge because in life I raised my voice against my commander, and I was banished here. Now I stand like my brothers and sisters in arms, and I watch the dark places of this land, and I await an order which will likely never come.
What do you do with your time?
I listen. I look. I used to try to spend time remembering, but it has been too long. I pray to the Silver Dragon. He may bring light again to this place. I pray for light.
Above table, will we know if undead, are they affected by light just in sort of D&D world?
No, I know what you mean. Like a vampire, kind of like, no, not at all.
Okay.
No. Good question. Vampires are, but other than that, no.
I think Gummer turns to Lyriel and kind of, I don't know that he wants to put her on the spot, so I don't think he brings it up in front of everyone, but kind of leans over to her. Do you think you could play him a song? 3,000 years, nothing new to think about?
Yeah, I could play him something.
Maybe we try to ease into happy.
And she'll pull her fiddle out and kind of slowly move into something that it just has an uplifting kind of dancing.
As she starts, Gummer will cast guidance on her.
Go ahead and make a performance check.
21.
You play very well. The falls almost seem like a background, like they're planned to be there. The knight has no ability to show expression. He does not move. But when you are finished, he will say,
That was lovely. I thank you.
Luriel,
I do not block
It's a
your
little-
way on this bridge so that we know. I have much time to stand and converse with you. But if you wish to be on your way, I'll be happy to retake my post. Perhaps you shall return in this direction.
I have never encountered an undead that worships a divine Lord of Light. I do not know what to do with you.
It would be unfortunate to cross swords when we both wish for the light. Perhaps being undead is not always. It has been very hard, a very long time since I have had to make an analogy. Perhaps not all undead fit into the same category. Perhaps some of us are outside of the box.
A gray area.
I do not know what that means. But I do believe that we serve, at the very least, the same side. And I would wish you well on that.
This is a strange land. Perhaps things are not always as I understand them to be.
Perhaps this is all we should do, Sam. Bertie, would you permit me? And I try to go up, and I have my quartz crystal that I might attempt to touch one of his gauntlets, if he doesn't mind.
he doesn't mind.
And I will tap the crystal on his gauntlet and just cast light on it, so that it glows with magical light, and say, this is not what you're looking for, and it will only last a little while, but perhaps your wait for the real thing will not be that much longer.
This is a kind gesture. I accept it as such.
I don't think we need to do anything more, Sam.
May your watch be peaceful until the light comes.
Thank you. May you assist in bringing light back to this land and help where I cannot. I will give you one warning. Beware those who walk in the skin of wolves, particularly in the forests to the west. Once they did not trouble those who traveled the roads. Something has changed, however, and now their hunger for human flesh cannot be sated.
I don't want to step on Cormac's awesome thing. Gummer has cartographer's tools, which allows him to craft a map. Would you include a sign in that?
What kind of sign? Probably.
Hi,
I like to see that.
Charlie, and I want to stick it on his chest.
I don't think literally anyone who can write and has ink and paper can do that. He will look at it.
This is not a language I recognize. I hope it is a good thing you have put there.
You're also reading it upside down, so that might pop a bit too. Languages change a lot in 3,000 years. I promise you, it's a very nice thing. Everyone will know your name now.
I will trust you.
We'll be back, Bartley.
I wish you good fortune.
As you cross back to the bridge, walk for maybe another half an hour, and then you start to see something that is very familiar, except no mist on the other side of this one. You have reached another gate to Barovia village. The large watchers stand Their heads lay on the ground precisely as the gate in which you entered. It is as though it is the very same gate placed on the opposite side. So that was the eastern gate. This seems to be the western gate.
So all of this has technically been the village of Barovia.
Apparently so.
Okay.
Or the province or something. I don't know.
Or, I don't think you
Not.
need a history check for this. It could be, perhaps this was once all of Barovia and the borders of Barovia have changed. Perhaps it was the conquerors who lopped off the heads. As you walk through, kind of being careful based on your past to think, this is not the same gate, is it? We did not walk in a giant circle to walk right back to where we were. But there is no mist greeting you on the other side. None except the
You're
fog,
the exhausted rider.
which is always there. And you do continue along. 45 minutes later, you sort of descend into a wooded valley. There you do see something you haven't seen before. It's off the road. It's sort of a 6-foot kind of stone pillar. As one of you walks and there seemed to be something engraved on it that's sort of covered in moss. Any one of you could just sort of pull to the side, and it would be a symbol none of you would recognize. It would be a raven over a 3-pointed star, meaningless to you at the moment. As you reach the base of the next hill, you see on an adjacent hill a very old windmill. It's barely standing. The silo is leaning over the rest of the mill, and as you get closer, you can almost see the dilapidation and the dust even from this distance.
Is this
The Durst.
Is this the Durst Mill?
There's no way to tell from here, right?
We've seen images of the Durst Mill, though.
in the pictures?
We've seen drawings of Durst Mill in the house.
Keeping in mind that there are not infinite ways in which to design a mill, it looks
Okay.
pretty much just like it, yes.
To go back for a second,
Sure, please.
was there any blue on the raven above the 3-pointed star?
Oh, great question. No, there's no color at all. It's an engraving into a stone.
Well, and likewise on that, or other things like that we're seeing that we don't know. I mean, I would ask Irina always, so I assume if we don't know and you're not telling us that she also doesn't recognize these things.
Yeah,
but-
I mean, Irina will never say anything unless directly asked, unless
Sure.
it directly applies to her.
Yeah, of
But
course.
if you were to ask, she would go, I've no idea. Believe it or not, I have not been past the gates. I've not been this far west in my life that I know of.
Who does not have inspiration? David gets the inspiration because you're amazing.
I want to thank my mom and my agent and my 7th grade drama instructor.
Aw, that was me.
As you turn away from this windmill and sort of continue on, you see a very old woman. She's coming up the path towards you, pushing a very small cart. She's got a gray cloak with the hood most of the way up, although there is silvery white hair kind of hanging out here and there. Sort of looking down, very hunchbacked almost, and eventually she'll look up.
Hello, my weary travelers. I hope this journey has not been too hard on you. The roads are dreadfully hilly going up and down in this place.
Well, we from Vallaki, madam.
Well, when it was me walking from there, which I have just done, it was about 3 hours. So, looking at you, I would say 2 hours. You have longer legs than I.
Thank you.
Where are you headed?
Oh, I'm headed home. I live in that windmill there with my 2 daughters. I've been peddling my baked goods to the good people of Barovia, all of Barovia. In this case, I have just come from Vallaki. I've been selling my wares to the poor souls camped outside the walls there. A shame about them. I gave them a discount, of course. I sold these pastries nearly at cost.
Hearing about the poor souls camped beyond the wall, there is a moment where Irina sort of thinks, those camped beyond the walls, why are they there?
Oh, those are the refugees from the village of Barovia. Yes, the Baron Vallaki has decided not to let them in, so they camp against the wall as best they can.
Why has he forbidden them the city?
Oh, I do not know. Questions
That's
like
all
this
quite above my station, as it were. I am just a humble peddler.
I'm
Would you
sorry.
like to-
Is she a humble peddler?
Make an insight.
Has Gummer had? Yeah.
Yeah, can I help with this?
Spidey sense.
Just check.
I rolled a 9. I think she's great.
That's only a 13.
13.
Oh yeah, that's 5. Fuck that. We all think this lady's sus.
8.
You guys just think she's a sweet old lady. Gummer, there could be something fishy, whether or not this is a demon spawn fishy, or she just upsells you extra pastries that aren't that good fishy. This we do not know.
Hey, what's your name, Grandma?
Oh, thank you for asking. My name is Morgantha. Morgantha is my name. As I said, I just live there in the windmill. It is old and falling down, but so am I.
Not the Durst Mill.
I suppose it is perhaps the Durst. Well, it is not the Durst Mill anymore. It is the Morgantha Mill now.
Oh,
I may have seen the word Durst on a dusty painting or two. It's possible. Do you know the Dursts? Are they likely to come back for it?
They are unlikely
No.
to return.
Less
Oh,
likely
well.
than ever.
We are, my daughters and I suppose one could call us squatters, but if no one owns it, then we are, well, finders keepers. Would you like, I do have a couple of dream pastries left. If you'd like to try one, I would give you a free sample. The first one's free. Next time I meet you, you will bring some coin with you, as I imagine you will want more. They are filled with the light of love and dreaming.
You
Do
could,
it.
you could not sell them all in the town.
No. I got as much coin as I could. Again, I could not simply give them away. My daughters and I will have to eat them, I suppose. I did try to sell as many as I could. It does seem each time I go to Vallaki, it is harder and harder to sell them all, as what little coin they have seems to be running out.
Is there no one to help the refugees?
There is no one who is helping the refugees, excepting me and my baked goods.
Of course.
They do provide some nourishment for them.
How many baked goods do you have?
I would, let's see. I have 3 left.
I will purchase them for my friends here.
Oh, you're very kind. I did offer you them for free, but it is very kind of you to help an old woman who lives
And
in
then-
an old windmill.
Yes, and Oksana will look toward Cormac and Sam, and then maybe to Gummer, I haven't decided, and be like, yes, I am very kind, and give her not a gold, whatever the least amount of money is she feels like would make her a good person. Here you go. I am so good.
Thank you for your generosity, and enjoy.
I hand one to Lyriel. I hand one to Gummer. I look at Sam.
Gummer does not touch it. Nope.
Gummer, it's from the earth. She
Nope.
bake it.
I'm all full. Are you kidding? After that breakfast this morning, I'm fine. Nope. Hand it to someone else.
Cormac.
Put it in the bag. Save for later.
What did you call them, madam? Dream something.
Dream pastries, yes. Light and love. You've got
Love.
to try them.
Regret that I do not eat.
Oh, that's a shame.
I know the love part.
And I'm sorry. What are your daughters' names?
Oh, my daughters' names are Bella and Ophalia. Yes, they are good girls. They help me bake.
Yes, see, they bake. Like Gummer would be very nice to honor her daughters by eating dream bagels.
Sure. You said Bella, not Arabella, right?
Oh, no, just Bella. I do not know an Arabella. Anyway, it was lovely to meet all of you. She'll sort of pick the cart back up and she'll sort of move on. She'll say, oh, an old woman does have her tricks to make this journey so often, but my poor back and my poor feet, I cannot wait to give them a hot soak when I get home. Perhaps I will see you again. Perhaps another day when I'm not so bone-weary, I could receive you as honored guests in the windmill. I would love to show you a behind-the-scenes of how we make all these beautiful pastries. Anyway, toodaloo! Waddle back. There's a tiny little path that you almost missed, and she'll just sort of turn the cart, and she goes towards the window.
What a strange but kindly woman.
No. I wouldn't trust anything that she baked. Well, first of all, preying on poor refugees,
I mean, she gave it at cost.
and then she said that we'd want more. She's laced them with something.
But the thing is, it might be good lacing. Like,
Yeah, can I investigate this pastry?
I was going to ask Cormac to do this as well, because he is so smart and handsome, he will know everything.
You may investigate them, but in what way? What is it that you're investigating?
I mean, if there's any magical tampering or something to it, I suppose I might be able to detect that with a spell.
Is it tainted?
I don't.
Yeah,
there are
you
spells in
taint
the world
the
to
taint.
detect poisons. And
I mean,
things
that
like
is
that,
the
but I don't know
dream.
these spells.
Sorry, I couldn't resist.
You just give it a lick, and you'll.
Oh, God.
That combined with the introduction involving crystal balls, and we're off to the races.
Viral, baby, trending.
Okay.
Well, it does remind me. I had never, Irina, some of your items that you had dug up before. We were going to inspect all of these things. So I think it's worth it to.
Yes, certainly. I still have everything. I have all of it with me. Happy.
Let's yes. And I will. I'll cast detect magic and see if there's magic on the cakes or any of her stuff.
Irina's stuff is not magic, except the silver bracelet is very magical, and the silver bracelet prevents scrying. When one is in possession of that silver bracelet, one cannot be scryed upon.
Nice.
How well that works if it's buried in a box by a tree? Probably not well.
Does she know it? Oh, sorry.
No, she didn't know anything. She was like, sure, go ahead. The pastries. Food magic, something we rarely work with. You do sense that there is some sort of magical component or perhaps ingredient in this that would... You think perhaps the word dream is more literal than one might expect.
Well, I guess we'll just start with the present concern. These pastries are magically affected. Maybe something to do with dreams. It's hard to say. Food and things mixed together, but there would be some effect. I have little doubt to eating them or otherwise. But that bracelet, Irina,
What about it?
It appears to sort of counter divination magic. It may prevent someone from seeing you from afar. I don't know the extent of it, whether it would protect all of us or a wearer or...
And almost tearing up, not like, if I'd known I could have had this with me all along. Many things may have been different. Well, it is what it is now. Does not fit me anymore as a bracelet for a child, but I'm sure that I can find some sort of cord or necklace, and I certainly will keep this close. Perhaps we can examine it further and know, as you said, just how far its reach is. Perhaps this is something that could help all of us.
Yes, it's an excellent idea. I would definitely not just keep it away for now. But with either that or the cakes and so forth, perhaps I could sift through them and break them apart a bit or something. But I'm not going to know exactly unless we want to spend quite a lot of time here.
I'm getting anxious to be somewhere. I don't like it out here much. Although
It sounds like your people in Vallaki are in great need of your assistance.
it does indeed. Yes, onward.
I think so.
She'll sort of march off. Probably about another 2 hours, just like the old lady said. There's one moment where you do pass by a lake. And at this point, you sort of look for wolves. There's none. But Irina does dead stop and just look at it. There's something very familiar about that lake. It looks just like the lake from my dream.
Which dream is that, Irina?
A glass of wine first, and then I'll tell you all about it. She'll march off again with purpose.
Sam looks at the lake and keeps going.
So eventually, as the woods begin to recede, and you see sort of a small kind of mountain burg, but it's a city. You see Vallaki, and you see the town. It's kind of built up. There's a large wooden fence all the way around. It looks like to be about 20 feet high. It's very hard to climb. The fog is pushing against it as you arrive. It's about dusk. It's almost like the fog is trying to get in and can't. And wrapped around the wall, you see more than a dozen of these ramshackle tents set up against the wall. Irina will sort of steel herself. She actually just sort of set her shoulders back and kind of does the neck thing. We're here. She'll walk. And as you approach the village of Vallaki, we approach the end of our session tonight.
And then like, subscribe, and do all the things.